Hello everyone, and welcome to another Company of Heroes 2 replay cast. My name is ATR, and today we're going to have a 1v1 on Minsk Pocket. Our heroes today are going to be Barton, or well, right now known as II Exit III BartonPL, but Barton, very well known player, playing for the Soviets. And we have SturmTigerAlastor playing for the Germans. So we see that SturmTigerAlastor has selected his doctrine right off the bat and is going with Ostrupen. Ostrupen, a quite popular unit right now. A lot of people are using them heavily, and well, pretty much just trying to figure out good tactics with them. And we see that SturmTigerAlastor has actually gotten himself three Ostrupen right off the bat, with the fourth one already on the field now. So very heavy Ostrupen start. Likewise, we see that Barton has gone for, well, conscripts, like most Soviets do, but he has also already selected his doctrine, and that is the armored assault tactics. It's the one that gives you the radio intercept and a lot of heavy tanks. Heavy tanks, the T-34 Collins, repair, and a Sturmovik attack. So it's a pretty nice one. It is not a standard commander. You do have to purchase that if you want it, just like the Ostrupen one. But it's been around for a while. So anyways, we see the effect of the Ostrupens. We are now up to 5 Ostrupens for SturmTigerAlastor, and you can see the amount of map control that he has, while Barton is, well, just basically getting started. We see his conscript squad, second one hitting the field and running to the right-hand side, conscripts in the center, and his combat engineers on the left-hand side. Third conscript squad being produced for Barton, but it's going to take a while for it to hit the field, and hell, we might even see another Ostrupen for Alistair, but no, it looks like he's, no, yeah, we now see 6 Ostrupens for SturmTigerAlastor. So that's going to give him a lot of capping capabilities, but not a lot of fighting capabilities. We now see the first engagement, conscripts engaging against Ostrupens. Ostrupens coming up against that one conscript squad that is 1, 2, 3, 4 Ostrupen squads. Conscript says, you know what, I'm just going to run out of here because that's a lot of Ostrupen. And a 5th Ostrupen squad runs right into that conscript squad. The conscript squad does stop and takes some shots at the Ostrupen. Ostrupen already down to 4 men. Nice barrage goes in by all the Ostrupen and does some very nice damage to the conscripts. So I suppose, you know, in numbers they actually do add up. But the conscripts have now finally lost 1 man. He succumbs to the power of the Ostrupen, while this squad actually loses 2. And the conscripts are just running away. Combat engineers do set up positions in the sandbags, getting themselves a little bit of light cover, but the Ostrupens decide to back away, and they're going to continue capping. Center of the map, we have an engagement, Ostrupens and conscripts in the fuel point. The conscripts are going to batter these Ostrupens quite heavily, but we now see the mass of Ostrupen running to their aid. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squads of Ostrupens running to the rescue of that lonely Ostrupen squad. And now this conscript is going to start taking some nice heavy damage because of them, because, well, look at that amount. I mean, that is... oh my god. Okay. Conscript squad, however, do just simply walk away, and they're going to be fine at 5 men, so... Mine being laid down by the engineers of Barton. Wonder how effective that is against Ostrupen. I mean, pretty much, I would assume as effective as any other squad. They will obviously kill whoever triggers it, but depending on how close they are, might actually wipe out an entire squad. We now see a force of 4 Ostrupen squads just moving across the map. It looks like they are moving to the south to engage this conscript squad that is decapping points around the map. But they decide to stop and refocus on 2 conscript squads that are now pushing away a lone Ostrupen squad that is now down to 3 men, probably down to 2 by the time they get back home. Engineers do stop and take some shots. Conscripts also take some shots on the retreat. And the squad... does it? No, it actually makes it alive with all 3. So now we do see a heavier concentration of Soviet forces in the center for Barton. That is 3 conscript squads and a combat engineer. Those can very easily take on this amount of Ostrupens without any real danger to them. Barton is already producing his 5th conscript squad. But we now see a half-track hitting the field for SturmTigerAlastor. That is going to be quite useful. Probably going to upgrade it with that flamethrower right away. And will allow him to reinforce those Ostrupens on the field. So while they are weak individually, in all these numbers, they are actually, you know, setting up quite a decent front. But that is 4 squads needed to do that. Right hand side, we see the conscripts engaging against this lone Ostrupen squad. The Ostrupens do have to run away. Conscripts only lose one man, and yeah, they do lose it here. There he is, sacrificed in the floor. But yeah, I mean, never have conscripts looked so intimidating against so many other infantry. Half-track hitting the field, opening up against the conscripts. The conscripts have taken some health damage. One squad is down to 4 men. And we see that the engineers did get retreated down to 2 men. I don't know if Barton is actually producing a building. He is getting himself 18 8s to be able to deal with that half-track. Conscripts do back away, and then we now have 3 conscript squads. Ostrupens, remember, they don't have any type of nade. They only have the Faust. And look at that damage go down. Wow! A lot of damage against that Ostrupen squad. But we do see them reinforced quite quickly. Already up to 6 men. Nice Molotov goes in right on top of the squads. 1, 2, 3, 4 guys go down to that Molotov. And the Ostrupens are backing off, still being reinforced. So very nice control there by SturmTigerAlastor. Half-track half's taking a beating. 2 18-8s go down on top of it. Already less than half health. And the conscripts continue to shoot. 2 squads now down to 3 men. 1 squad decides to retreat through the flames of their own Molotovs and go down to 2 men at the end. 3-man squad still on the field. Another conscript squad moves up to provide more damage against those Ostrupen. Ostrupens are holding a little bit nicely there. The half-track is very low in health now, and the conscript squad is Uraing right on top of it, and is probably going to throw an 18-8, and there it goes. Half-track now down for SturmTigerAlastor, so nice victory there for Barton. He himself has not actually lost any squads either, so he is quite fine. Ostrupens do move back to engage the conscript squad that took out the half-track. 1 Ostrupen is down to 1 man. It might actually go down to this conscript squad. Conscript squad opens up on the Ostrupen that are now in their line of sight. The 1-man squad is getting targeted. No, actually. Conscripts decide to just dance around, getting some more kills. Molotov goes in right on top of another Ostrupen squad, and there goes the damage. Look at that damage tick. 4, 3. A lot of health damage. So, apparently 6 Ostrupens cannot really fare well against 6 conscripts. Who'd have known? Second half-track on the field now for SturmTigerAlastor. We will see if he decides to upgrade this with the flamethrower upgrade. That upgrade would have helped him out in that engagement there, but I guess he didn't have enough, I suppose. Right-hand side, conscripts going for the victory point, while at the same time Ostrupens, 2 squads together, are capturing the munitions. They are at 4 and 3, so they essentially just barely edge out a single Ostrupen squad in firepower, but with a Pioneer coming onto the same zone to support, they might be able to hold out against 1 conscript squad. More mines being laid down by Barton. It's going to be very useful later on. Is the mine over here triggered? No, he's still there. I believe he laid down another mine around here. Would be nice to be able to cycle through mines, but well, whatever. Conscripts on the left-hand side just capping. So at this point, SturmTigerAlastor has lost the advantage after the early game with the amount of capping that the Ostrupen provided, because the Ostrupen cannot stand on a one-on-one fight. Even on a 3-on-1 fight, it pretty much can't do much. It's always funny to see that flare going off. This time it didn't actually get any kills, but if you saw a previous replay that I casted, it looked like a flare actually killed the guy that tripped it, but not sure if that was intentional. Conscripts are running away. They do see that the half-track has a flamethrower upgrade, so it's a much more formidable threat now. 4 Ostrupen squads just moving forward, keep getting that buff. And again, I haven't actually checked the stats, but if anybody can tell me exactly what the buff provides as far as stats go, because I mean, I know it's a offensive and defensive buff, I believe. It's not actually showing the buff. Oh well. But yeah, if anybody can tell me the exact stats, like is it accuracy increasing or just rate of fire or less scatter, I don't know, whatever it is, let me know in the comments so I can actually more accurately, say that. Anyways, the mass Ostrupen force, still in the center of the map, supported by that half-track, are pushing forward onto a conscript squad. Conscript squad is moving away. Knows that even though those are Ostrupens, that is a lot of rifles shooting at them, and they don't want to be in the path of those bullets. Still no tech for Barton. He is quite sure of himself, I suppose you could say, because he has that radio intercept, so he knows what the unit or the enemy is producing right now. We also see a pack on the field for SturmTigerAlastor as a preemptive pack, just in case any vehicles come into the field by Barton. Conscript in the center does throw an 18-8 on top of the half-track. Does take some decently heavy damage. Decent heavy damage. Down to 2 men, actually needs to retreat, and there it goes. 2 more conscript squad hitting the field. They do Ura forward, probably going to throw more 18-8s on the half-track. The half-track did take heavy engine damage, so it will be able to get 18-8'd quite easily now by all the conscript squads. But with the Pioneers on the field, this conscript squad is not going to be able to finish it off due to all these, all this infantry on the field. Ostrupen decide to take a little bath in the flames, and some of them, you know, catch on fire. And we now see an artillery officer on the field for SturmTigerAlastor. This is a little bit more sturdier than the Ostrupen. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, these guys are essentially grenadiers as far as their health and damage values, with the officer with a Luger there, you know, for support. So yeah, they should actually fare a little bit better than the Ostrupen. Ostrupen moving back in and pushing away that conscript squad. Conscript squad is holding its ground. Will be able to hold its ground quite significantly and probably throw another Molotov right on top of all the Ostrupen. Flamethrower from the half-track does go down, doing the damage that the Ostrupen can, and the conscripts are forced away a little bit. We now see a bunker going down for SturmTigerAlastor, a very forward bunker. He is quite content in holding the center of the map, essentially, because the edges of the map are currently under the control of Barton. He does hold both fuels, though, so that's going to give him the option of getting some tanks later on. We'll probably see this either being an MG bunker just to hold the tide of infantry, or a medic bunker, you know, to heal up all this infantry. We do see some veterancy on the Ostrupen. I'm guessing these are going to be MG bunkers considering the placement of them. Yeah, MG bunker goes down. Okay, so like most of their units at Vet 2, I believe they should get a accuracy bonus and defensive bonus. Where are they? Here they are. No, click it. Guys said click. There we go. Increases weapon accuracy, provides small increase in durability. So yeah, so these are Vet 2, so these are going to be not as horrible as the other ones. But, you know, they're still pretty bad. MG bunker opening up on all the infantry, catching all the infantry out in the open. We do see the AT gun on the field now for Barton. It does open up on the bunker instead. It doesn't actually see the half-track, if I'm not mistaken. But the bunker will go down to that AT gun quite easily. Nice skin there on the AT gun for Barton. Not sure what it's called, but it's pretty nice. Molotov going down right on top of all the infantry. Look at all that damage. Look at all those burning infantry. And the half-track actually catches a little bit on fire. No, it was actually pushing a flaming corpse. The artillery officer stands a little bit too close to the fire, and one of those grenadiers catches fire themselves. Half-track going quite forward, just gonna push away those conscripts and reinforce all the Ostrupen. Another 18-8 goes on top of the half-track, and the AT gun is now moving into position. Half-track is in a very narrow corridor. It can't really move much. It could move in this direction to get out of the line of sight, but the AT gun might be able to actually shoot quite effectively. It is in the range of it. Okay. Other MG bunker still opening up on the conscripts over here. The conscripts do get suppressed. How? Okay, so 2 pack guns on the field for SturmTigerAlastor. It looks like the Vet 2 Ostrupen, will it go down? No, but the Vet 1 does get executed by all these conscripts, so we have finally lost one of those Ostrupen squads. But they are starting to gain veterancy, so they might be able to actually last a little bit longer. AT gun taking some shots at the half-track. We see something getting called in. Smoke barrage. Oh, this is an artillery officer ability. Very nice. Smoke barrage goes down right in the center of the map, cutting the line of sight of all the Soviet infantry, allowing that half-track to essentially get out of there. It does have an engine damage, not heavy this time, but the smoke fades out, I suppose, a little bit. And the AT gun manages to take a last shot to the half-track and execute it. MG bunker now is in a bad spot. It will start taking shots from that AT gun and will go down. Do we see another half-track being produced from SturmTigerAlastor? That half-track was essentially the mainstay of his army. It was allowing these Ostrupens to get reinforced on the field and not have to retreat immediately like most Ostrupen do. Pack guns are a little bit further back. Going to be able to provide some fire support, but not a lot that it can do against infantry. Maybe get some lucky shots every now and then. Barton is aware that a bunker did go down. He did get this, a notification. And he is now at 3 command points. At 4, he might be able to get himself that T-3485 Colin, which should pretty much drive the nail in the coffin for SturmTigerAlastor. So far, SturmTiger has done pretty well with a Ostrupen spam strategy. It has held out pretty nicely up until this point. Conscript squad down to 1 man. Is it actually going to make it out alive? It is getting, it does get fired at, or focus fired, and does go down. Ostrupen down to 1 man. It's a vet 2-1. Is it actually going to be able to make it out alive or go down? The conscripts decide that they don't actually want to execute anybody and just back off. A lot of men catch fire through those Molotovs, and a lot of manpower lost there. Keep in mind, though, that the Ostrupen, if I'm not mistaken, they only cost 12 manpower to reinforce each. So it's not that expensive, but, every little bit counts in the long run, I suppose. Maxim machine gun on the field for Barton. That is quite effective against the Ostrupen. There it goes. It's going to set up. And die, Ostrupen, die. Look at that damage. Look at that damage. Oh, my God. Yeah, Maxim machine guns are incredible against Ostrupen because they are just so weak. So weak. Another half-track being produced by SturmTigerAlastor. Not exactly sure I agree with this at this point. He does know that Barton has that that AT gun and superior infantry forces right now. It was a nice tactic early game, but I think maybe some type of transition would be in order. But, well, we'll see how it works, I suppose. In the meantime, we see Barton pretty much capturing the rest of the map. Fuel points are both now going to be in his possession. Right-hand side is also getting captured, and he's inching forward towards that victory point. Victory points right now are dead even, 388 to 388. Going to start ticking in the favor of Barton, so 388 to 387 now. But, well, pretty much a non-issue right now, considering that they are so dead even. Ostrupen is moving in force to the right-hand side. We have 4 squads in total. Going to follow that half-track. Not a bad strategy by SturmTigerAlastor to go for the edges of the map. He knows that there's an AT gun and a lot of forces in the center. There's actually 2 AT guns, and this is... No, actually, this is the maximum, not 2 AT guns. Never mind. 1 AT gun for Barton. So, yeah, if you can poke and prod through the sides, that would probably be the best way to utilize the half-track. And if I'm not mistaken, you should be able to, put these guys in the half-track. Whatever. Half-track going very forward, actually getting a nice flank on the AT gun. The AT gun is in the not aiming in the right position, but 18-8 does go down by this conscript squad, I believe. Gets a crit on the engine, and down goes the half-track. One more shot should do it. There it goes. And it actually gets abandoned. Oh, that is bad luck for SturmTigerAlastor. If Barton gets that, that is it. It actually has the flamethrower upgrade. I think it keeps it. Does it actually keep it? Yeah, it does. Wow, that is bad luck. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't think he can actually come back from that. There's another half-track on the field for SturmTigerAlastor, which I suppose could upgrade to another flamethrower. But yeah, I mean, like I said, a transition was in order after he lost that half-track. Use your Ostrupens, on the flank. Use them 2 or 3 spots at the same time, to be able to cap. And transition to something else, because it wasn't going to work. And as you can see there, it didn't work. Ostrupen getting... battered by all the infantry and the Maxim machine guns. We now have 2 Maxim machine guns on the field for Barton, and those are going to rip to shreds those Ostrupen. So there's not much they can actually do. And you can see it that SturmTigerAlastor is just basically getting pinned back at his base. Also, Barton now has the ability to call in a T-34-85 if he chooses to do so. Or he could actually just save up to get the IS-2. He is about 3/4, a third of the way to getting the 5 command points needed, so I suppose that's a better option. Ostrupen getting pinned down by those Maxim machine guns is actually surprisingly alive there, but gets killed once he gets up and tries to run away. 3 Ostrupen squads going head-on onto 2 Maxim machine guns. Not sure what he's thinking there. Artillery officer not even able to do much. I mean, maybe a smoke rush here and then pushing forward. But even then, look at all that conscript squads. 1, 2, 3, 4 conscript squads, a mortar, and two Maxim machine guns. You can't really go forward against that with no armor. I mean, come on, you need something. And do we actually have any transition? Nope, still at tier 2 for SturmTigerAlastor. So I really don't think he can do much at this point. I think the game is over for him. We do see that Barton decides to call in the T-34-85s. He doesn't have enough to get that IS-2 at this point, so figures, well, those are actually going to do a great job anyway, so it'll be fine. Right-hand side, Pioneers are the only ones being used to cap. We are now down to 3 Ostrupen squads for SturmTigerAlastor. He still has that officer. And also no medic bunker, which I feel is not that great. I mean, yeah, Ostrupens are still weak, but, If you're having this 6-man squad already at half health, it's gonna go down pretty fast, especially if they're all strippers. I don't know. Maxim machine gun moving up onto the front of the base. It is just outside of the range of fire from the base sector guns. This one is actually in range, but I think it's shot blocked. AT gun just throwing its barrage into the center of the exit of the base. Wow, actually that shot landed quite nicely. And we see the T-34-85 just moving up and catching those Ostrupens in a very, very, very bad position. And down comes the shots from the T-34-85. This Ostrupen over here, actually, no, that's the artillery officer. These Ostrupens are getting chased down, taking a lot of shots from that T-34-85. And the pack guns are not in the best position. Oh my god, the half-track. This is an unfriendly half-track. It's just circle strafing both AT guns. One thing to keep in mind is when you have two AT guns, try to spread them out a little bit so it's a little bit harder to circle strafe, because you can circle strafe like this, but if they're separated like this, you would have to circle strafe a little bit in a larger arch. So the AT guns do set up to try to take out something, and they have done damage to the T-34-85s, but they are about to get themselves cleared out. One actually goes down completely, gets blown up by the T-34s. The other one is decrewed. Ostrupens are just getting blasted by the flamethrowers and the T-34s. The T-34s decide to aim at the AT gun, blowing it up, and the Ostrupens are not getting chased down, burned alive, and that's pretty much it. Maxim machine guns pinning them down in the base, so they're getting blown up. This is a massacre, a complete massacre. This is ridiculous. I think SturmTigerAlastor is just staying in the map, you know, just to stay in the map. He is going for the victory point, so he is going to triple cap Barton, but, you know, that's actually not going to be enough. And down goes the Ostrupen. Another Ostrupen squad over here is getting burned alive. Not sure why he's not focusing on that one. The base sector bunker is getting destroyed, so that the Maxim machine guns can actually move up. This one is still active though, so it can stop him. Another Ostrupen goes down. Ostrupen gets called in. Why, I don't know. He's just, you know, I think he's just doing this for fun now at this point. He's not actually trying to achieve anything. AT gun opening up on the base sector MG so that it can actually shoot properly. I mean, the Maxim machine guns can shoot properly at the Ostrupen. And down goes the bunker. These Maxim machine guns are now just ripping all this infantry to shreds. We see a artillery barrage called in. What is this exactly? I can't actually see it. Oh, railway artillery. Very nice. Does a little bit of damage. Actually kills one of the Maxim machine guns. And is very likely to kill a Ostrupen, so... yeah, I mean, this game was over a while ago, so we're just gonna see Barton kill the enemy base. Is it actually... yeah, I think there is the annihilation factor, right? If he kills this one, he's done. We'll see if that is actually the case. Rest of the map now, though, is in control of SturmTigerAlastor, but he can't really do much about it. Another Ostrupen gets called in. Good luck with that. And the main base is about to go down. And... boom. No, boom, I said. One more volley. Boom, there it goes. And there you go. Player kill. So yeah, the annihilation victory essentially. We had what? One Ostrupen over here. Commander, artillery officer over here, and that's it. But yeah, the game was over once that half-track was lost, and the reason it was over at that point is because SturmTigerAlastor didn't transition. You have to work on your transitions. You can't bank your strategy in just one thing. You have to have a follow-up, because if you don't, once your initial strategy crumbles, that's it. You're dead. You're gone, because you were banking your entire strategy on that. And it's fine. Some strategies work that way, but yeah, I mean, not the best ones. You have to be able to adjust. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the game. If you have any positive or negative remarks, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. If you have any replays you want to send me, go ahead and send them to the email that I will put in the description below. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time.